Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Sales Mindset TV show. I'm Chris Edwards, and I'm here with Steve Knapp.
Hi Chris, hi everybody.
Hi, so first of all, let's talk about this week's topic, which is client retention.
Yep.
Now this is important, isn't it? Because isn't it true that it is 7 times more expensive to get new clients than maintain the ones you've got?
Well, I've seen that data. I think it's constantly updated. So you could argue that it's not 7, but it's certainly a lot more to find a new customer than to look after and keep your existing clients.
So when we say retention, are we talking about customers just reordering? Are we talking? Is there a lot more to it than that? Do you have to actually create a pipeline in order to retain clients?
Well, I think the essence of the point for me about retention isn't just about keeping vanity metrics on the numbers of customers, right? So it's about, if you want to retain a client, why are you retaining that client? And you're retaining that client to sell to them again, right? So that's either to sell to them a repeat product, it's either to sell to them a product within your range that is additional, or to upsell them to a higher tier of product. So just to keep hold of clients isn't enough. To keep hold of clients, to be in your pipeline, to be able to monetize again is what it's all about.
So over the last several weeks, we've talked about many things, pipelines, different elements of sales, cold calling. So when you take a client on, should you, everything that we've talked about to get the client to come on board, should you also kind of be having that in the afterwards to keep them retained and keep them going forward into new elements of your products or business?
Well, remember one of the things that we say, and it's a really good point. One of the things we've said a couple of times is always have a next step, right? And one of the things that I think is important, sometimes to close a deal, you close a deal on one of your products, but knowing that you have other things that you can sell, which gives you a reason to go back. You know, there is a danger to try and oversell. There is a danger to try and sell everything you have in one go. That in the old days, that used to be called briefcase diving. You know, I've got one of those, I've got one of those, I've got one of those. But actually, there is a little bit of an art. There's a little bit of an art to timing this. You know, if your initial product solves a problem, great. If you know that there is even more advantageous opportunities down the line, sow the seeds. Sow the seeds and go back to that in the future.
So we're going to leave it short today, and we are going to pick up this tomorrow as well with a video that's going to go out tomorrow. So quickly, one top tip that someone can do today?
So a top tip today is probably something around, don't forget the value in referrals and testimonials, particularly when it comes to further selling more to your clients.
So testimonials, so that's feedback and everything as well. Because something I've realised recently is you can actually use that feedback for the customer that gave it. So 6 months down the line, we actually fed back to them what they said to us 6 months ago. And they're like, oh yeah, great, you know, it's been working for so long. So, you know, it works. Feedback works in so many different ways, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, I know we're short today, but feedback is an absolutely critical part to ensure that you are staying close to your clients, right? Yeah. We've put a couple of posts on this week, and the top tip number 1 is ask for feedback. So go in and look at that post. There's going to be a good conversation, I'm sure, around that. Just asking for feedback keeps you connected to your clients. And to your point, you can use their feedback when it's time to go back and resell.
Yeah. Right, we are going to keep this short, so that's all we've got time for today. But do tune in tomorrow, and tomorrow we're going to be talking about the churn rate.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think there's a lot of people out there who suffer the churn rate of losing customers and having to keep on getting new ones.
I'm glad you qualified it because it sounded painful.
So thank you everyone for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone.